Maishna Magazine met up with Ahmed Nye, or as he's known to many, GENDA. GENDA is a music artist based in Bonn. He was born in 1979 in Cairo, Egypt, to Liberian Sierra Leonean parents, and he had a diplomat for a father, which meant that he was traveling a lot as he grew up. This journey eventually brought him to Germany in 1987, where a new chapter in his life was opened. GENDA has worked with several artists, the most known of which is Neka. He's toured with her on several occasions, and they have an interesting project called Rope. GENDA today will be telling us about his upcoming album, Follow My Footsteps. We met up for a nice chat and a tea with Maishna Publishers, Baby, gaggling in the background. We had a nice chat. Why don't you listen in yourself? Thank you for coming. Once again, we meet now and then, like, you know, but yeah. Why don't you tell us what you've been up to?
Since my birth?
No, GENDA. Since, you know, a couple of...
What has GENDA been up to?
What has GENDA been up to, yeah.
Recording, putting the last album together. The next album, Follow My Footsteps, together. Yeah, well, working towards the album, working towards the release of the album. It's just constantly working. It's not working anymore, constantly being. That's what I call it.
Why do you say that, like it's not working anymore?
It's not working. Doing music is not working, or doing what I do, because I don't want to call it doing music, is basically reduced me to just it being an art form, you know, but to me it's a lifestyle. So that's why I say I'm constantly working.
Okay.
Or constantly being. Yes.
Let's take like just a few songs on, for example, Follow My Footsteps.
Yes. I'm Used To is one of the songs. One of my favorite songs, actually. Very personal song. Yeah. Well, I'm Used To is good. Progress is a very good song. What did I say? A progress is a step ahead, but your direction determines the outcome. So, in that song, I'm basically saying everything you do that is done in good intention, even if it's not measurable, it's a progress.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's another song that I'm liking. Different Faces, obviously, it's the flag song, but it's a very more or less neutral song, I would call it.
What are you looking to after Follow My Footsteps? Do you think you can give us a few?
What am I looking to?
Yeah. Musically.
Musically, there's a lot I could look at, but like I said, I don't want to narrow it down to just music. You know, it's a lifestyle. So I'm looking forward to just be. And hopefully maintain my how do you call it, composure? Yeah.
Do you see yourself as a kind of role model?
To whom?
Generally, do you feel that musicians need to be role models?
No, because being a role model,
public eye?
Well, nowadays being a role model automatically elevates you to a level that you have to justify your actions in front of whoever. I don't need to justify myself in front of anybody than my parents and God, you know. So a role model, if somebody sees anything good I did and wants to copy it, you know, hey, then in other words, as Muslims we say, the blessings come back to us. So if that's a role model, well, thank God.
Okay.
So there's not much. I try to navigate out of this system, or as in for system in terms of definitions that has been created, role model or star or whatever. You know, if you look into some of the scriptures, I don't know about the Bible, but I know in the Quran it is written that one of the signs of end of the world is when human beings start describing themselves as stars. So I don't want to be in that field.
Is your faith a part of your lifestyle?
Definitely, it's the center point of my lifestyle. It can be different, or else my lifestyle is just it's just one that it's meaningless. If there's no faith, if there's no belief, if the belief is if a belief, I'm not saying what kind of belief. No, you know, I don't believe that anyone could judge or could say my belief is right, yours is wrong, or whatever the case may be. But I believe that everybody should have, my young man, I believe that everybody should have some kind of belief as core of their being. Or else your being is not really, it's based on what then?
Okay. And the artists that you work with, how do you pick this? Are you looking at people who feel the way you do, who see things the way you do, or?
You know, the thing is, like, I think I'm going to use a cliche that most artists use, is like, you know, we just came together and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is how.
Okay, so it just happens.
You know, if you trace my track records, you see I didn't do lots of collaborations. Let me see, I can one in the last 8 years. I was in Mecca, which just happened.
Okay. Yeah, but your band didn't just happen.
They did.
Also?
Yeah. Where I looked for, it happened in the sense that I got there. I mean, I was looking for a band, or no, I wasn't looking for a band. I was looking for something different, because I think that, you know, to develop or to elevate, you need to challenge yourself every day. You know, in everything you do, you can't rest or be comfortable in a specific zone. Like I said in that song, In Progress, free your mind. Step away from your comfort zone, free your mind, and create thoughts you claim you own. You know, what I'm saying is, like, I need to challenge myself every day. That's why I got bored for just doing what I was doing then, which is not bad, but I just got bored doing it. So the next step was obviously, you know, doing the whole thing live. And so God wills, you know, I heard this is a good guitarist, this guy plays drums. The funny thing about it is, for example, the keyboarder, I was introduced to him a couple of years back before I even thought of having a band by a common friend. And, you know, so as things are, you know, he's the main man, one of the main men in the band, or one of the main supporters within this project right now. So yeah, with the band too, it just happened actually. You know, somebody knew somebody, and, you know, everything came together. We're just, right now we're working on molding the band, making sure we're tight, making sure we're a unit, not a unit in the sense of you have 4 people in the same place at the same time in the same name, but no, in unit in the actual sense of unit, in the real and the pure definition of the unit. You know, so yeah, that's what we're working on right now. So like I say, it's a lifestyle. This whole music thing is something that I take really serious in my life. You know, not just recording. I mean, if you just ask me, I'm satisfied because the first record I did, I didn't know if I could actually do a record. So it was just about writing. The second record I did was if I could actually do a concept record. Now, without being vain, I know I can write and I know I could do a record. So I actually have to do something that makes sense. That's why the process of developing or putting this record together took 2.5 years. The songs are already written. They were written way before. But it was just finding the right elements and putting them together that actually made sense, that could actually support the message of what I'm trying to, you know, give out.
Oh, well, we wish you all the best, and why don't you do like a little shout out to the people, tell them where they can find you, tell them, you know, a bit about...
I think Bob Marley said it best, my home is where my head is.
We can't get to your head.
Facebook, damn, look at the young boy laughing at me. Facebook, Gender Music, band page, we're gendermusic.bandpage.com, www.gendermusic.com. Twitter at Gender Music. On YouTube, there's a Gender Music channel too. So yeah, these are all the different outlets on which you can find me. Most definitely look out for the album, which hopefully is going to drop in the next 4 to 6 months. Anywhere between that is definitely happening. Follow my footsteps, that's what it's called. You know, with all the band members, myself, Makeda, Chris, Live, Stefan, Philip, Benjamin, or Benjamin, Gender Music. Keep following my footsteps.
Now she's gone, honey was too sweet for life. Always on this reason night, honey was too sweet for life. Always on her knees at night, honey was too sweet for life. Always on this